Farm. What you think it could be? A content farm? Nope, it was a show that aired on Nick Gas. Hello everybody, welcome to TV, and today we're going to look at Game Farm. Background. Game Farm was a Nick Gas show that aired from 2003 to November 2005 when Nick Gas dropped most of its original programming, but we will get to that later. Game Farm was surprisingly taped at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, being one of the last game shows to be taped there. Premise. Game Farm's premise is pretty simple. 4 contestants, 3 at the studios, and 1 connected online would play online games like MotoGP. The winner will face against the Gaminator, a quote-unquote video game master who was dressed in black. Yeah, that was the main premise of the show. But that was not the only thing the show had. They had top 5 polls that were hosted on Nick.com. You could vote for stuff like top 5 super sidekicks. In one of the episodes I watched, Blossom from the Powerpuff Girls was in the top 5. I don't think Nickelodeon would ever do that again. Game Farm Lab, where they talked about the technology of the time. Gametainment, no, that's the actual name of this segment. A knockoff Saturday Night Live weekend updates, but video games. And the coolest of them all, Human Video Game, where a human plays a video game in real life. One of the clips I could find has 2 humans dressed up as Mario and Luigi in a race. Yeah, pretty cool. Lost Media. In November 2005, Nick Gas took most of its programming off the air, Game Farm included, leaving Game Farm as Lost Media. As of making this video, only 2 episodes and a few clips can be found online, and there is no information about how many episodes Game Farm had. Now, I'm going to do a timeline of episodes and clips being found. In 2012, the first 2 episodes were uploaded by Unknown Nickelodeon. In 2010, some clips were uploaded by a guy who I'm not going to name his YouTube channel name because that's probably his actual real name. iAuthor. In 2012, a listing of 5 episodes for Game Farm was found on iAuthor, but the listing was removed, or not, because in 2021, a YouTube user named Silvers, I think that's how you pronounce his name, uploaded the clip I mentioned earlier, and he says it was from the disc, and it was from the 4th episode. However, we have to contact him if he actually has the disc. The end.